Yeah, hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to graft a dragon fruit. Now, what I have here is a dragon fruit, red, and I want to graft the thing onto the host, which is a white your dragon fruit. So the first thing you see is that I do a cut. Now when you cut, you may not be sure about the angle, but it doesn't really matter very much. So the first thing to do is to cut the scion and have a good look at it and look at the angle. Now the next thing is to cut an equivalent cut on the hose. Now you judge by the angle and you do a cut. Now you can decide to cut, a square angle, 90 degree or a 60. Now I reckon that if you do the 90, it would be a bit easier. But in this case, I have done about 60. Now, so the first thing I do now is I just fit it on and have a look. And I can always recut and adjust it so that it will fit well. So I have to recut it. Now, so I know the angle a bit better, so I cut it the second time. And this will give me a good fit. The nice things about dragon fruit is that they are so soft and you can recut so easily. And you also do not need a proper grafting knife. A normal fruit knife will do the job. And you just have to make sure that you sharpen your fruit knife really well. Now we have a perfect fit already. So the next thing is to use a soft blend tie. Now this kind of tie is a metal core type of tie with a soft rubber plastic surround. Now I have experimented with many different ways using wrapping, using sticky tape and all that kind of thing, but they don't work very well. The problem with sticky tape is that in the really hot weather in Sydney, on a hot day, the temperature will make the sticky tape lose its grip, and so there isn't enough pressure between the scion and the hose to make sure that they will join well. So I come up with the idea that if I use a soft blend tie with a metal core, it would work better. Now you see, so I start to fit it in, and the nice things about the metal core is that it bends easily, and once you get the thing in the right place, all you need to do is to bend the wire, and that will create a much firmer grip. It's actually create a firmer grip and create the kind of pressure that you need to press the scion against the hose. So the contact surface will be a good contact, and that allow the cells to heal and connect. And I find that this is the key to the success of any grafting. You need to have enough pressure, and because of the shape of the dragon fruit, it is so hard to create pressure. Now people have gone for sticky tape, and I have tried that many times. It works. It gives me success rate about 80%. So out of every 10 graft, I tend to fail about 2. So I decided to find a different way where I can get better pressure. And this seems to be a good way to do it. The soft wire can bend and you can fit really well. Well, that is a pretty good fit. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to use a piece of tin foil. The idea is I can use a tin foil to reflect the harsh sunlight away. And because the tin foil is metal, it's possible for you to fit it fairly well. So not only that the tin foil will help to protect the scion from the sunlight, it also creates kind of a very fitting kind of room around and help to keep the scion in a chamber. And the moisture inside will be stable as well, so you don't have the case where the wind will dry everything up. So what I'm trying to do now, as you see, is to fit the thing well and create a chamber. And that actually fit quite well because the tin foil is metal. And the metal can actually be bent and it will fit well, you see. So that will protect against the wind, against the rain, and against the sunshine. Now, and we only need to keep this going for about 2 weeks. And the scion and the hose will unite. And the wound will be healed. After that, you can take the cover off. Now, what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to try a different shape for the scion. Now, this time I have another dragon fruit called Ozigo. And I'm going to have a smaller scion that will fit better. You remember that the previous one I actually cut the tip of a stem. So the idea is that when you use the tip of a stem and you graft onto the hose, the tip will continue to grow. But this time I'm going to use a smaller one. And what it means is that it will need to grow a new bud, so it will take longer time. Now see, so I have a more mature stem, and this time I'm going to take just a single bud. Now the idea is that it will fit a lot better, and the success rate is probably higher, but it will take quite a lot of time. It can take up to 3 months. Now the idea here is that the scion is smaller. It's just a dormant bud. So when I put this one on, I expect it will take a long time. It could take 3 months for the thing to grow. Now take a cut. Now this time what I have tried is to use an angle of 90 degrees. Now that is a lot easier for your eye to judge and try to do a cut roughly 90 degrees. Much easier that way. Okay, so let's fit the thing on and see what happens. Now you see the scion is too big. It's very, very big. So the best way is to trim it to make it fit. Alright, so judging by that, I know how much I have to trim, and the angle must be a straight angle, right? So no, the angle must be 90 degrees. So I do a recut. It's much easier for the eye to judge when you choose a 90 degree. Now that fit much better. So I trim a tiny bit and I get a perfect fit. That's it. Now the task is to use the soft wire to hold the two together. Alright, the same kind of idea. You do a little bit of preparation, you bend, create a corner. Now at first it is a bit awkward, it's a bit hard to get it right. So you need to shape the wire first. Now here, once you get the thing sort of in place, the beauty of it is that you bend the wire. All you need to do is to apply a little bit of pressure and you bend the wire and everything will fall into place. And the grip is going to be so strong. Yeah, so you need to have two over it. And you bend the thing, everything will fit really well. Okay, chop the thing you don't need. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, it looks beautiful. See, it fits so well. It looks beautiful. Now, so this will give you a really firm grip. Now we are ready to put the tin foil over. So got a beautiful, firm fit now. The tin foil will just come over. Now again, the tin foil is metal, so it will bend really well according to the shape of the stem. It will bend and you can fit it. And that will create perfect protection from the sunlight. And also try to maintain good moisture inside as well for the scion. Now the climate in Sydney is pretty extreme sometimes. You got temperature over 40 degrees. That can happen any day. In summer month you have humidity, but suddenly things can turn a bit cold and you got strong wind and very dry weather. So protection is really important. Right, so yeah, that's it. So now you got the thing in place, well fit, kept by strong wire with metal core, and protection from the strong sunlight. Alright, so this is a view of the two graft. Yeah, this is on fairly young house that I have, just about a year old. It has been growing really well, so now it's a perfect time to get other variety. Now guys, I'm going to show you another case where you want to graft a whole chunk of a dragon fruit stem. Now this case is different from what I did before because the situation here is harder. The chunk will hang down from the whole stem, so you have the situation where your gravity is actually against you. It's actually pull the scion away from the stem. Now, so the first thing I do is to use the normal, strategy using a sticky tape to just try to keep the thing in a place. And then later, I will use the soft wire to tie and increase the pressure. So you see, so I will use 3 pieces of sticky tape just to hold the thing in a place. Now, in the normal way people use a sticky tape, the problem is when the weather is hot, the grip of the sticky tape will be lost and the scion would fall away, or there will be gap of air between the scion and the hose, and the union won't actually work. Now, so at first it will good, but if you don't secure the scion to the hose in a proper way, the graft is going to fail, or the graft will be very weak. Now, so you see what I have done is to tie a string here around. And this will allow me to use a soft blend tie to secure the scion. Now see, so I form a circle. Now see, that is ready. Now that allow me to secure Now you see the scion has been secure to the hose stem, and what happened here is that the soft blend tie create a lot of pressure, will hold the scion, press it against the hose stem. Now this will guarantee that the union between the two is going to be very strong. Now the final stage is to wrap it up. Now again, I use aluminium foil. This will help to reflect the sunlight away, keep the graft cool, and create a chamber, so the moisture inside will be very stable. Now, so with the protection, the graft is expected to survive. Now, this sort of way of doing it, I don't know, maybe very fast, maybe not so fast, but this is a sort of thing that you do to get 100% success rate.